Welcome students, my name is Titus and this semester we are going to see about the subject called Advanced Manufacturing Process. The subject code is 125501 and under this subject we are going to see 5 units. The first unit name is Non-Traditional Machining Process and this lecture we are going to see Introduction to Non-Traditional Machining Process. Let's see what are the contents of this lecture. First thing, we are going to see about what is manufacturing process. The second thing, we are going to see about introduction to traditional machining process. The third thing, we are going to see about what are the types of machining process. And the next thing, we are going to see about why non-traditional machining process. And the last and the foremost thing is, we are going to see about what is the difference between traditional and non-traditional machining process. Let's see what is meant by manufacturing process. So it is the process of converting raw material into finished goods with the help of or combination of three elements. So that is what man, machine and materials. So with the combination of these three elements, the process which go through converting of raw materials into finished good is called the manufacturing process. Okay, so by these three elements, if the process of converting raw material into finished goods is considered as the manufacturing process. Now let's see the traditional or conventional machining process. So before that, let's see what is machining process. So machining is any of various processes in which a piece of raw material is cut into a desired final shape and size by a controlled material removal process. So this is called machining process. Machining process means if a raw material is cut or machined into a desired final shape and size by a controlled material removal process. And machining is a part of the manufacture of many metal products, but it can also be used on materials such as wood, plastic, ceramic and composites. So during the machine age, this machining referred to the traditional machining process such as turning, boring, drilling, milling, broaching, sawing, shaping, planing, reaming and taping. So these are the normal machining process which comes under the traditional machining process. So in these traditional or conventional machining process, machine tools such as lathes, milling machines, drill presses or others are used with a sharp cutting tool to remove material to achieve a desired geometry. So these are the three major machine tools which are used as or which are considered as a traditional or conventional machining process, having a very sharp cutting tool to remove the material in order to achieve a desired geometry. Now let us see the types of machining process. So the three principal machining process are classified as follows. First one is turning. So this is how the turning operations look like. Turning operations having turning and phasing. So turning means, normal turning operation means reducing the dia of the workpiece, and phasing means reducing the length of the workpiece. Drilling. So drilling operation means having a drill means making a hole, the full hole in the workpiece. And the milling operation. So this is how the milling operation look like. So we are having a peripheral or side milling and face milling. And apart from these three operations, we are having other operations which are falling into a miscellaneous categories, include shaping, planing, boring, broaching and sawing. Let's see the detailed of turning operations. Turning operations are operations that rotate the workpiece as the primary method of moving metal against the cutting tool, and lathe are the principal machine tool used in turning. So this is the conventional or traditional machine tool called as lathe used for turning operations. So in turning operation, the workpiece is connected with the clamped in the chuck and is rotating. And the tool which is not rotating and which is stable, that which move towards or forwards towards the rotating workpiece, so that the cutting force given from the tool, it forced to cut the rotating workpiece, so that the material removal will happen. Let's see milling operations. So milling operations are operations in which the cutting tool rotates to bring cutting edge to bear against the workpiece. So milling machines are the principal machine tool used in milling. So in this milling operation, so the milling tool is connected to the tool holder, that which rotates, okay, that which rotates and moving forward towards the workpiece, and here where the workpiece is keeping constant and stable. Then comes the drilling operation. So drilling operations are operations in which holes are produced or refined by bringing a rotating cutter with cutting edges at the lower extremity into contact with the workpiece. So the drilling operations are done primarily in drill presses, but sometimes on lathes or mills. So this is the drill bit holder, and this is the drill bit that which moves against and towards the workpiece which is in clamped and stable, so that the drill bit which rotates and move towards the workpiece make a hole. Let's see why non-traditional or unconventional machining process we are going, and what is the reason, or what is the uh, thing which makes us to go towards non-traditional or unconventional machining process. So let's see, following are the situations where traditional machining process are unsatisfactory or uneconomical. Here the workpiece material is too hard or strong or tough. In some of the applications, the workpiece itself too hard, strong or tough, so that the normal traditional machining process which can't able to do the machining work in this material. And sometimes the removal of materials using tools that are harder than the materials themselves. Yes, of course sometimes this tools itself having a little harder or more harder than the materials which are going for the machining process. Nowadays, new and novel materials, it means advanced material like alloy materials. So because of their greatly improved chemical, mechanical and thermal properties, are sometimes impossible to machine. So these new materials are not able to machine in the traditional machining process. In some cases, workpiece is too flexible to resist cutting forces by the tool, or these flexible workpieces are too difficult to clamp. The part shape is very complex with internal or external profiles or small holes. If you are having a difficult or a complex geometry in the part shape having internal external profiles, it is difficult to having a machining in the normal traditional machining process. And the requirements of surface finish and tolerances are very high in the traditional machining process. So these requirements can be met in the non-traditional or unconventional machining process. In traditional machining process, the temperature rise or residual stresses are undesirable or unacceptable, but we can control this temperature rise and residual stress under the non-traditional or conventional machining process. Now let's see the classification of non-traditional or unconventional machining process. So these non-traditional or unconventional machining process are classified as 4 categories. First thing is mechanical. So in mechanical, this is erosion of the work material. Erosion of the work material means the work material is the material from the workpiece is removed by having an erosion of a high velocity stream of abrasives or fluids, or having both. And the second is non-traditional machining process is classified based on the thermal. So the thermal energy is applied to a very small portion of this work surface, and it causing that portion to be removed by fusion and or vaporization of the material. So the thermal energy is generated by conversion of electrical energy. And third is the chemical. So in chemical machining, chemicals selectively remove material from portion of the work part, while other portions of the surface are protected by the mask. So it's clearly mentioned that if in chemical machining process, whatever the area we need for machining, we only those area to be exposed and other areas to be completely masked with some protection, so that the exposed area will be go through the chemical reaction process, so that the materials in that exposed area only be removed. And the fourth thing is the electrochemical process. This electrochemical mechanism is a reverse of electroplating process, and it is a combination of chemical and electrical energy. Now let's see the broad classification of non-traditional or unconventional machining process. This non-traditional machining process is basically classified in the terms of mechanical energy, thermal energy and chemical energy. Under this mechanical energy, we are having an ultrasonic machining process and water jet machining process and abrasive water jet machining process. And under this thermal energy, we are having an electric discharge machining, plasma beam machining, laser beam machining and electron beam machining. And under this chemical energy, we are having an electrochemical machining process, chemical milling process and photochemical machining process. Finally, we see the difference between traditional and non-traditional machining process. So in traditional machining process, we are having a direct contact of tool and workpiece. So in wherever you see in the lathe machining, drilling and the milling operations, the tool and the workpiece having the direct contact. The tool has to touch, having the physical contact, it has to touch the workpiece and thereby doing the machining process. But in non-traditional machining process, tools are non-traditional technique like laser beam, electric arc, etc. Here the tools are also via non-traditional technique like laser beam. The maybe laser beam will be act as a tool and this electric arc act as a tool, so that there is no need of direct contact of tool and the workpiece. Here in traditional machining process, cutting tool is always harder than workpiece. Yes, if it is harder, then only the tool will be having a longer life, or otherwise if the workpiece is having a more harder than the tool, means the tool will easily get break. So here the cutting tool is always harder than workpiece. Here in non-traditional machining process, tool may not be harder and it may not be physically present. Here tool will not be harder, may not be harder means no need of tools to be harder, and some cases tool may not be physically present also. In traditional machining process, the tool life is less due to high wear. See, since it's continuously working and having a touching physical contact with the workpiece, so the tool surely get wear, and that having a high wear, and it will reduce the life of the tool. And here in non-traditional machining process, the tool life is more. In traditional machining process, generally macroscopic chip formation will occur. You see in lathe shops or in some workshops, and you observed these while you're doing your lab experimental in lathe shops, you will find out this having a traditional machining process, you having a macroscopic chip formation will occur. Macroscopic chip formation means it's a continuous long chip will formed. But in non-traditional machining process, the material removal occur with or without chip formation, and moreover, the chips are formed also very minute in nature. Okay, in non-traditional machining process, this type of chips will not occur. It's a very minute chips will form. In traditional machining process, material removal takes place due to application of cutting force. Yes, here due to application of the cutting force only the material removal happen. Simply, if you're not having any contact and if you're not giving any pressure, any force from the tool towards workpiece, nothing will happen. For example, let's take an example of drilling machine or drilling a hole in the wall. Okay, if you want to drill a hole in the wall, the drill tool has to give us such a force towards the wall so that the drilling will happen. If you simply keep the drilling machine in your hand and if you start the drilling operation and if you simply touch the wall, means nothing will happen. You have to give the force, that is the cutting force. Likewise, in lathe machine also, work machine also, we call it as a feed rate, the depth of feed, or otherwise the depth of cut. Okay, so the depth of cut means you have to move the tool towards the workpiece such that the material removal process will happen by having the physical contact of the sharp tool towards the workpiece. Okay, but in non-traditional machining process, it uses different energy like electrical, thermochemical to provide energy. And in traditional machining process, this machining process is suitable for all material. You can go for any material, for wood, plastic, ceramics, any material you can go for traditional machining process. But non-traditional machining process, it is not suitable for all material. Not suitable means each and every material you have a separate application, separate machining process. For example, you can do the chemical machining process in for wood or plastics, and you can do the any laser machining process for the plastics or polymers. There is a separate machining process for separate materials, so we can't categorize, we can't bring all the machining process for all materials. We need to categorize the material according to the machining process. In traditional machining process, it cannot be used to make prototype parts very effectively. Yes, using traditional machining process, it is not simple and easy to produce a prototype. See, prototype means small miniature or small models which shows which is used to replicate the bigger model. So the accuracy and the efficient prototype that cannot be made in a traditional machining process, but in non-traditional process it can be used to produce prototype parts very effectively and having a high accuracy. Okay, so use this non-traditional machining process if you want to design or to create any prototype models. You can go for this non-traditional machining process. Let's summarize this topic. So what are the things we saw in this lecture? First thing is we saw about what is manufacturing process. Second thing we saw about introduction to traditional machining process. Okay, and third thing we saw about the types of machining process. What are the types of machining process? Basic machining process, basic or the important machining process, that is the turning, drilling and milling. And fourth thing we saw about why we are going for the non-traditional machining process, and here only we saw about what are the drawbacks in the traditional machining process, and for these reasons only and for those reasons only we are going for and move to the non-traditional machining process. And the fifth and the foremost thing is we saw about the difference between traditional and non-traditional machining process. So these are the references which I used for this lecture. Thank you students, thank you for this session. Let's see in the next class.